Well, hi everyone, and welcome to an amazing exhibition. I've had the privilege of seeing it twice already. The press preview yesterday, and then again the gala opening last night, which hopefully some of you were at as well. I'll start out just by saying a couple of things about this showing of the exhibition, which of course is a smaller version of Valentino Themes and Variations, which was shown in Paris at Les Arts Décoratifs Museum in 2008. The curator, Pamela Goulburn, who's in Brisbane at the moment, as I'm sure you all know, was telling me yesterday that what she loves most about the exhibition's incarnation here is that none of these gowns are under glass. And when you stop and think about it, in Paris, of course, they all were in glass cases or behind glass in other ways. When you consider the hundreds of hours of hand sewing, because of course every one of the garments in this show is made entirely by hand, and then you consider on top of that the cost of them, which start at the price of a small car and go up to the price of several large cars. We really are incredibly fortunate, and it almost makes you tingle a little bit when you consider how up close and personal we can get to them here. The other thing that Pamela's colleague, Jerome, whose surname escapes me, but he's the exhibitions manager at Les Arts Décoratifs in Paris, what struck him about GoMA in particular and the exhibition here is the integration or the juxtaposition, I guess, of fashion with other forms, with other art forms. To call fashion an art form within a gallery context remains very much a contested and vexed issue. It's people like Tony Elwood here at GoMA who are really pushing that forward, whether it's incorporating fashion, architecture. I can't remember the name of the wonderful architecture exhibition here recently. Can anyone remember it? Oh, okay, thank you both. So Tony is really pushing things forward. It was interesting to hear Jerome speak, because clearly not just in Australia, but also it certainly made Paris sit up and take notice, and he says he has taken in quite a bit to reflect on when he goes back to Paris. So well done, Tony. So I guess let's get started. Of course, the garments in the show are on mannequins, but we all know that a designer's dresses only really come alive when women wear them. And Valentino was more fortunate than certainly than many, many designers with the particular women who gravitated towards his designs. I don't really know where to start. There is everyone from Gloria Guinness, Babe Paley, Jackie O, Sophia Loren. Who else have we got? The list just goes on and on. And what they gravitated to with Valentino, above almost every other designer, is his pure celebration of the female form. He's not a particularly, well, he was never a directional designer, an avant-garde designer. His interest was purely in making women look as beautiful as they can. And I mean, you know, just look around you. The red section over there, of course, is a particularly iconic one. You know, who wouldn't, A, want to wear these gowns, and who wouldn't be, you know, want to take them home, but we obviously can't do that today. So, I suppose the other thing that has been consistent with Valentino through the years is the purity of his vision. The aesthetic of Valentino very much recalls that golden era of Hollywood glamour, not just on the red carpet, but when women, you know, dressed for lunch. after having changed from what they were wearing in breakfast, changed again for cocktails, and changed a fourth time for dinner. And this is why his customers of that era, such as Babe Paley, would order 40 dresses, like 40 dresses, consider it, from a designer to be able to get through one season. It's quite mind-blowing, really. No wonder people like Gloria Guinness needed to have very wealthy husbands and breweries and so forth. Anyway, the glamour of that era, as far as Hollywood goes, is of course a world removed from the paparazzi shots that we see of, the young starlets in Hollywood today in their tracky dacks going out to pick up the Starbucks, and then the picture gets popped on PerezHilton.com. Valentino is so not that. This is a quote from, and he hated that. Well, he hates that. That's anathema to him. Women who, for whom it's more about celebrity rather than possessing a personal style. And this is something that he said about Sophia Loren, who was an incredibly loyal customer of his and who wore a gorgeous black and white gown to the Academy Awards in 1993. And of course, because it was Sophia, it sort of plunged down to there, but so Valentino has said, today every woman is called a diva, but Sophia is a true one, in the best sense of the word. Sophia comes from a time when actresses behaved like movie stars from the moment they got up till they turned off the light at night, like the day we christened my boat. We asked Sophia to come. You always want a woman to do it, for luck. It was 10 a.m. and she showed up like she was going to a world premiere of her latest film. It may be a little unreal, but I love it.